come closer, come closer. The nominees are about to begin. Top 5 games that I personally nominate this year. Grab yourself a drink, grab yourself something to eat, lean back in your seat, and let's get into it.
Number 5.
Rookie comes in at number 5. Rookie is a wonderful adventure set in Scandinavian mythology that takes you by your hand and allows you to have a good time from start to finish. The narrative follows an Alice in Wonderland type of storytelling, and what does that mean? It means that something happens that leads our main character into a rabbit hole, or something alike, in this case it's a portal, and then a true and bizarre adventure begins, in which our protagonist meets interesting, funny, heartfelt, and evil characters. All of them shape our younger protagonist into a different and more mature person by the end of the story, and in return, our character shapes and changes the world that we visited into a better one. I have to say, all around well done, a debut project by Polygon Treehouse, which makes you keep an eye out for more games developed by the company. I enjoyed most of this game with a few hiccups at the end of it, however the ending had a payoff I didn't expect, and I was very happy with the experience I had with this game. All in all, this game did leave a smile on my face. If you're into exploration, well-written characters, and a lot of puzzles, this game is for you.
Number 4.
I give number 4 to Fitness Boxing Rhythm and Exercise 2. This game just came out on 4th of December this year in Europe, and I ordered it for funsies. I didn't know what this game was, but then I figured out that the game offers you to stand up from your seat, pick up your Joy-Cons, and start working out. Not just punching, actually working out. Throughout the training, you will be instructed on how to perform different punches, how to stretch, and how to stay in rhythm. The game offers you a wide selection of coaches or training partners, which aren't there for show. They are there with you throughout the training sessions, and they tell you when you do good and when you mess up. And this is something absolutely essential. They tell you what exactly you mess up. Maybe your elbow was above your shoulder, maybe you lost the rhythm, maybe you punch too fast, maybe you don't move your core when you punch, etc. All of these tips are helpful and motivating. I have to say, as someone who has been doing martial arts, this is a very good workout, but you have to actually work out and move the way your coach is telling you to. You will lack in workout if you try to cheese the game or simply stand in place like a statue. This game has to be consciously played with the goal of working out. I did that and lost about 600 grams of weight in about 4 days. Bottom line, I cannot stress how much this game surprised me. I have read some very bad reviews from people who claim that the game does a very poor job at registering your movement. Don't worry about those, most likely those are people who don't punch correctly. Again, as someone who has done martial arts, I have no problems with the motion controller tracking if the technique is executed correctly. Listen to your coach, do the tutorials, and you'll sweat yourself into the weight loss happiness. A more in-depth review will be posted as soon as I have worked out at least 30 days with the help of the game. So far, it is a Myriad of Adventures approved, and I recommend it especially if you're stuck in quarantine. You will work out, and you will sweat, and you will like it.
Number 3.
Among Us comes in at number 3. Among Us is a cute little game released in 2018 without a care in the world. However, it gained a lot of traction in 2020 thanks to streamers. And what can I say? It hooked me as well. The game puts a team of astronauts on a ship and forces them to repair it and tend to it. Meanwhile, one of the astronauts is an imposter who is trying to kill everyone on the ship. Your job is trying to figure out who the imposter is and kicking him off the ship. But be careful, you might kick off someone who is innocent. I personally had a lot of fun with this game, and the joy is beyond description, honestly. I didn't lose any friends in the game. It's all good and fun, but boy did we learn things about each other and like who the better liar is, for example. Eventually, everyone got somewhat good at lying, but the game didn't die for me there because the variety of situations that can occur and guarantee a fresh couple of hours every now and then is striking. I put this game so high up because it actually challenges you to subconsciously study human interaction and develop your wits in order to trick other people into believing you. It's an absolutely fantastic way to design a game in such a way, plus this game generated a lot of content online which brought the community even closer together, instead of dividing the community on purpose, like a certain game this year. Right.
Number 2.
Genshin Impact comes out at number 2, and I wanted to put it at number 1, but I didn't because there is a game that I value a little bit more. But Genshin Impact gets the second place this year for me because it's an absolutely fantastic and exemplary way of game design as far as world exploration, gameplay, music, art, and fun is concerned. This is a completely free AAA game that you can play on your mobile device as well as on your console and on your desktop. It is cross-connected accounts which allow you to progress right where you left off, either on mobile or desktop or on console. You get to experience a fairy tale with well-written characters, sweet and easygoing story that has an epic ending, as well as fight a lot of different enemies and bosses in spectacular ways while combining your party members in order to execute flashy elemental combos. Catch them all could be the slogan for the game because you can collect a lot of characters in the game, and most of them are behind a microtransactions currency paywall. But luckily there is no problem in earning that currency in adequate ways within the game, and as of today I haven't spent a single cent on the game and gathered almost all of the characters. The microtransactions do exist in this game, but they do not hinder you as a player in any way. I play this game since day one, and I still play it almost every day because it just makes me happy to log in and run around in this beautiful world and listen to this enchanting soundtrack. I do recommend this wonderful free AAA game, however, beware of the gacha system. If you get addicted to collecting characters quickly, it would be best to avoid this game for you. Other than that, it's a joy to play with no noticeable hiccups and constant free updates every month. I love it.
Number 1.
Inmost comes in at number 1. What else? An absolutely spectacular journey with storytelling unparalleled by any game this year. I nominate Inmost for the best script of 2020. I was shaken, I was surprised, I was angry, and my heart was touched. I have a lot to say about this game, however, given how short this indie title is, I can't tell you much. Nay, I will not tell you much because I dare not to ruin the experience for you. If you're into well-written dramatic stories which talk about light and dark, life and death, as well as how people are connected and what those connections mean, this game will blow your mind. Do not watch any trailers of it or anything alike. Go in blind and thank me later. The reason I nominate Inmost for the first place is because gameplay, story, music, sound design, and pacing come together in this game perfectly without trying to score likes with political topics. The developers of this game tried to create art and touch people's hearts, and so they did. This pure-hearted approach to game development is basically lost in today's world. However, that's exactly what the art of game development is about. These guys nailed it. And by the way, only 2 developers. Created by 2 people with outsourcing other people who help with the development, but mainly created by 2 people. Insane. You guys earned it. A round of applause for Inmost. Well done. And now let's move on to honorable mentions. Honorable mentions would be Hades, a roguelike RPG game with a cool story and a badass gameplay that makes you ask for more every single day. A bit shaky on the balance, but it's all good. I actually liked it and I played it a lot, and boy do I want to get back into it. Well done. Persona 4 Golden, a game that is pretty old, however will make you feel like a Pokemon trainer with a lot of good friends who saves the world and becomes wiser and wiser through the hardships that he has to face. Human connection is the main topic of the game, and boy is it well executed. However, the game is a bit older and it's a remake, so it's not in the top 5. However, it's still a stellar game to play to this day. Noita, a crazy roguelike game where you can program your own staff and destroy the world around you. Yeah, I will not say more, I'll leave it to you. It's fun. Spiritfather, a heartfelt journey that will make you call your parents. Like, no joke. This game is a bit longer. It is also discusses a lot of topics about connection between characters. And if you're in that kind of topics and you like those stories that go like that, this game will be very nice for you to play. However, beware, it is a bit of a longer game, takes about 30 hours, maybe. I heard some people talk like 50 hours to finish it, so keep that in mind. Still a good game. Iron Harvest, a dieselpunk real-time strategy game that is tailored by interesting story and some solid engaging gameplay. It's not monumental, but it's a good breath of fresh air, I guess. I mean, if you're into strategy games, you probably like this one. I am into strategy games, and I honestly like this one this year. It came out completely unfinished, but now it's patched, it is finished up, and you probably can buy it and have fun with it. Give it a go. And Crusader Kings 3, a mostly text-based tactical game where you can become a king, participate in political matters in the world, and decide how your lineage will go. It's not like Civilization, it's a bit different. The thing that hooked a lot of people with this game is how the events can unfold because of your actions. And I will not go into the detail, but some people have done some crazy stuff to change the history on the planet Earth. It is, I will not go into it, okay? You can read up on stories online. They're both wonderful and disgusting stories, and it's all fun and good. So the game is about choices and consequences, and this is the most essential part of the game, and this is why people love it. Nominees are coming to an end, but you might ask, where is The Last of Us 2? Where is Ghosts of Tsushima? Where is Final Fantasy VII Remake? And etc. Where are all those wonderful AAA games? Well, I have to ask you this, what do you not know about those games? Every channel talks about them and you can find the information everywhere. I thought I'd offer you a breath of fresh air and games you maybe haven't even heard of this year and actually talk about the games I have played and enjoyed without any gaming journalist telling me to enjoy them or else. All the games I mentioned I went into completely blind and I was surprised by the beauty, fun, or tragedy of them every single time. That's why those are my recommendations for you at the end of this year. I hope you enjoyed the video and have learned about a game or two that you haven't heard of before. Leave a comment below with your top 5 games that you personally enjoyed this year, and make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel so we can see each other in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. I wish you a nice rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye. All the games I mentioned, I went into completely blind and was surprised by the beauty, fun, or tragedy. Tragedy? Tragedy, not tragedy.